Check out this effect I made. It's called Today's Potion, and guess what? Yeah, it gives you the best potion to go through your day. As someone who loves Harry Potter, I took that as an inspiration. I wanted to give users the power to prepare their own potions, so I created it based on interaction and possibility. Choose 5 from the 7 ingredients available to put in your cauldron, and your potion is ready. I used a lot of features to make the experience richer, like camera distance, so when you are closer to the cauldron, you can hear it bubbling louder. I used shaders to create a more realistic and polished look, and some magic animations. I also felt really glad I found a 3D cat that looks like my own feline friend. But the main star here is the variation of results you can have. I made sure every aspect was random, so the forms, reflections, liquids, and colors of the flasks are all different. The same happens for the potions. Oh, and let me know what potion you prepared today. Hi everyone, I'm Scott Martins and I'm a creator from São Paulo, Brazil. I'm 30 years old and I have been creating for CreatAR for about 2 years and a half now. My journey started at the beginning of the pandemic. I used to work at advertisement agencies, but at that time where I was working, I kind of lost my job because the pandemic kind of mixed everything up. And so I decided to learn Spark AR. And I'm really glad to started doing that because today I'm able to work with AR experiences because I showcased my work at LinkedIn and at Instagram. And so that gave me opportunities to work at, for example, Vitul & Co. And that's the place where I work right now as a creative AR developer. Okay, I usually use some editing softwares to create for the Spark AR. So I use Photoshop and I use Illustrator because I studied advertisement at college and I have worked as an art director, and that helps me creating the whole design part of the AR experience. I think a great thing about AR experiences is to have a great design to guide the user. So I usually use Photoshop and Illustrator to create that. I also use Blender to prepare the 3D models that I'm going to use, or maybe to model some forms that I really want to incorporate in the effect. And I usually use Pure Half or Miro to collect all the references that I really love. And that part of searching for that is like completely amazing because I get to find a lot of references that I love, and I try to mix everything to create one new concept for the effect. So Miro and Pure Half is like a software that you can throw all the references that you love and you can just see better what you want to do. So these are the tools that I usually use to create. My inspirations is like I usually have a lot of inspiration from movies because I really love watching movies and I really love pop culture. So my inspiration really comes from that. Sometimes I watch some music videos and I think, okay, this is really nice. I really love this concept and I like to incorporate that. Sometimes I watch a movie and I fall in love with some character and I think, okay, maybe I can create something connected to the character. And those kind of things really inspire me to create, and also to see all the creations from other creators. That also really inspires me because I can discover something that I haven't done. So I see other creators and I started thinking, okay, how did he or how did she do that? I really want to discover, and I take that as an inspiration to create something new. And I think most of my inspiration comes from that, from movies and pop culture and other creators. Um, for me, AR in the future. For me, AR in the future, what I like to think about is that I hate to, have that feeling of a Black Mirror dystopic world where this is kind of, you know, pushes you away from reality. Actually, for me, the future of AR is about connecting people even more. So is for in my head, I think about AR for good. So to help people, for medicine, for education, to make education more accessible and to make education more fun, for like more memorable, I would say. Because I think what is really nice about AR is that you have other ways of showcasing and other ways to teach new stuff. So for example, you may even take your students to the moon or to other planet, and that creates a sense of curiosity and and feeling that you're gonna remember what you have learned. So for me, the future of AR is about incorporating all the kind of information that you can in a accessible, memorable, and mainly in a way that you can connect people. Um, Now I have some of my effects from my personal profile that I really, really love, and I'm gonna start talking about Planetarium. I was talking about education, and that's something that really inspires me as well. And for 2021 hackathon, I participated on creating an effect called Planet ARium. And the idea was that I could guide everyone who is using the effect to see the solar system. And every time the user taps one of the planets, we have information about the planet. So I recorded using my voice. So you have my voice saying information, and you also have a chart with even more information about each planet. And I was trying to be some kind of astronaut to give this information, to give it more like a funny touch, and that has a special place in my heart. Another effect that I loved creating was Cyber City Hologram. This one was created for the Cyberware Challenge from Spark AR, where we had to use some assets from the game Cyberpunk 2077, and it was great because I had a blast creating something futuristic, something that would change your voice. And I really wanted to get out of my comfort zone. So I didn't want to create an effect that just put something in your face, but to create a kind of narrative where your face is a giant face in a city. You're like this huge projection in the middle of the buildings, in the middle of a cyber city. And that was really incredible to create as well. And I think the main effect right now that has a special place in my heart is today's potion. Today's potion is an effect that I created for the last Spark AR competition, that was Spark AR World, where we had to create effects for the user's environment. So it wasn't something for the front camera; it was for the back camera. And I decided to create this place where you can prepare your potion for the day. So you have 7 ingredients, you have to tap 5 ingredients, and as soon as you tap 5 ingredients, you have one potion that is gonna help you throughout your day. And the main idea about that was that I wanted to create something that was random and that always changed. So I created the liquid from the cauldron always changes color, and every time that you tap one ingredient, it changes color of the cauldron as well. And I created 20 kind of flasks for the end, for the result. And I also created 12 different potion results. So every time that you try to prepare a potion, it's gonna come up with a random answer, and that gives the user the possibility to always change what's gonna happen, or what, or what's gonna pop up from the cauldron. And that was really amazing to create, and I took that opportunity to also not just make an effect, but create a whole narrative. So as soon as you open the effect, you have a message from a master of potions telling you what you have to do. And you also have a little cat that was inspired by my cat, that keeps walking around the cauldron. And you also have those sound effects that create a better a better way to incorporate everything that their experience has to offer. So yeah, today's potion has a special place in my heart, and of course, as a Harry Potter fan, I took that as an inspiration to make something that could make people have fun, at the same time that could make people want to share whatever their result was, and maybe play with that information. And something that I really feel happy about is that I was the winner of the Spark AR Worlds competition with this effect. So I got second place at the competition. And I mean, I'm really glad about that, because when you sit down and you have all that inspiration and you write down everything and you start doing your job, you really realize that hard work really pays off, and I'm really glad about that.